Welcome to Recycled Idaho, where two recycling industry veterans, Brett Eckhart and Nick Snyder, explore Idaho businesses and organizations that are putting in the work to keep Idaho environmentally and economically viable at the same time. Take a listen to how these entrepreneurs, business owners, and operators are making things happen in the great state of Idaho.
In this Boots on the Ground, I get a chance to walk the production floor with Ken Cortez, the owner of Metalcraft. I'm with Ken Cortez, owner of Metalcraft. We're going to do a sit-down podcast with you here in the next week or so, whenever it's available for you. But we like to do kind of the boots on the ground portion where we get to like really see the business. Okay. So if you want to just kind of show us your shop.
All right, come on up. Yeah.
All right, Ken, how long have you guys been up in business?
This is going on our 33rd year. 33 years now. Started in 1986. My father started it back then, and I said we're still at it.
It's a family.
Another 33 years.
So, family business?
Family. I'm one owner, family-owned business.
And is your son, he works for you?
I have one son in the business currently. Yeah.
Cool.
My daughter was in the business, but she moved away. So.
Do you guys have like one item you guys mainly make, or is it just kind of a bunch of different contracts?
No, we are strictly a job shop, so we don't have a product line of our own.
Okay.
And we rely on a lot of different customers, different OEMs, different people that need metal parts made for their products, and then we go from there.
Awesome. And we'll be able to get into a lot of that for you on the sit-down portion.
Okay.
But I just like to kind of see it. I've obviously been here before, but I've seen it. Yeah. But we want everyone to be able to see it. Like, what is this machine doing?
Well, this is an Amada CO2 laser. It's 4,000 watts. We can cut up to basically 1 inch, and we don't like to because it's too heavy.
Okay.
But we cut a lot of light gauge steel here. This has been a great machine for us. So it's just kind of our workhorse on the laser side, and then we have the punch on the other side. But
So you cut mainly steel in here?
Cut everything in here: steel, aluminum,
all of it?
Stainless, everything in here. Yeah.
This is what makes the skeletons for us.
That's what makes the skeleton. Yeah.
Great.
So you can see a lot of different parts that are brought through here. Everybody has its own work order. Everything has its own timetable it needs to meet.
When I first met you, I think we were removing some equipment that was over here.
Yeah. Right? Well, we actually moved.
Or it was
punch.
right.
Yeah, it was the punch.
You added on here.
Yeah, we added 7,000 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are all parts that are coming off the laser. This is like I don't know, there's 50 shelves that have to be made for each one of these units.
Okay.
So that'll go to a bigger assembly.
Great. Do you guys have more machines over this way?
Yeah, so we have on this side of the wall, so this is all our material that comes in, and on the other side is our punch. There's some assembly area. We got some other stuff over here receiving. But this is a pretty good machine. We've been a Trump house for a lot of years. We moved over to Amada a few years ago. But we still run the Trump punch. This is an electric punch now. So a little bit different, a little bit better technology.
No, it looks awesome, man. So they just are able to set it. Your employees can set it and just go work on some other things.
Yeah, we just program offline. This is a proven program that runs. I think the program runs about 15, 20 minutes, and then they'll come and take this. It drops it into the bucket, and they'll take the skeleton off, throw another sheet on.
Are you guys running? You don't run some of these machines all night.
If we have to, sometimes we will throw on a skeleton night crew.
You will.
Yeah.
You'll have someone that still has some man on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to load them and unload them. Yeah. Like the laser over there. Sometimes we'll have 6 and 8 hour runs, so we'll run them over the weekend. Just let them run.
Gotcha. So, that's cool.
And that's the skeleton that's coming off of that one.
Right now it's cut them. Now it's punching them out.
Yeah. So right now it's probably it's cutting a radius. It's cutting this edge around here right now. It's cutting these two corners. It's going to go around. Then it's probably going to come and do the countersink.
I don't know if you
can kind of see.
If you can, that's fine. But what is this going to become? You know?
That goes to one of my customers in doing assembly.
Just a part.
Yeah.
I have a feeling none of this stuff is very cheap.
No, nothing's cheap anymore.
Yeah. So is this
Here,
a
Joe.
skid
Huh?
of
Yeah, that's the
straps?
skeleton for that part, yeah.
So this will be strapped for you.
Yeah. About the best we can get out of that particular part. So.
Gotcha. Is there anything else in your shop you really want to share? Any other piece of equipment?
Well, there's all kinds of equipment. So this is basically where everything gets punched, and either punched or lasered. This is kind of a staging area. This is my model shop gentleman, Ernie, who is 96 years old.
Oh, wow.
And probably can outwork most of them here.
Oh, man.
You know, so he's
Ernie.
rolling those flat for me right now, and then so he has this. We finally bought a little power roller, but he'll come in here. But he's worked for us for many years.
Yeah.
And that's just, we just have to get that a little flatter, you know.
So that's what
then
that
it goes
machine does?
yeah.
Okay.
Just a little power roller. Up until about a week or two ago, he didn't want us to buy it, but he had a roller he did by hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is it's sitting over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
see
we
it.
bought one that does a little
This is
foot
a fairly
pedal.
new machine.
Yeah, that's just a little, secondary machine. But he would do all those by hand.
Wow.
You know, we have two deburr rooms. So this deburr room will allow us. So this is the steel deburr room, and so the ferrous material and non-ferrous on the other side. Then we have the machine sanders in the middle. So we filter the air. We got ducts and everything coming out of here. So
Gotcha.
and a machine sander, the wet sander. A dry sander in here. So these two areas here, that's a dry machine, there's a wet machine.
Okay.
Oh.
What would be the application for wet versus dry?
Well, it's just some people like the dry grain that we can get out on that machine.
Okay.
We have several parts that we've been doing for many years.
The texture
that have the
produces?
finish, that the dry does. And this is actually it deburrs and grains at the same time, so it'll actually take off burrs off the part also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it has a belt and two rollers inside of there. Yeah, more deburring, yeah. So all that stuff that comes off the punch usually has to be deburred. Yeah. Yeah, you got to get the edges off of it. So these are all parts that this came off the laser, that came off, that's a punch part.
Get a new order and then you gotta build it and add it to your machine. Right?
Correct.
Is that something you guys build, or is your customer supply that?
Well, no, we got to build our first article and do everything for the first time. That's a laser inspection machine.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to build each one of the products out first.
So
Or
it's
we
nice.
agree on a price first, and then if they agree on it, then we go from there,
Then
right?
you move forward.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to get some long-term.
Oh yeah, long-term
guys,
stuff
that
is
way-
good.
That way you don't have to keep rebuilding the design
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah, these are all parts that we've been making for quite a few years now. This all stuff's getting ready to go out to shipping.
Yeah.
There's a shipping area. All these crates and things are going out. We have the printing and stud welding over here, and then the press brake area. So everything that comes off the flat comes over here and gets folded.
Okay.
So we have the press brakes. All these press brakes will keep the same tolerance, so will repeat within 4,000ths and a half a degree. So, they're tight tolerance machines. We got some really tight tolerance we have to keep, and then we have some that don't. So this is where all hardware insertion is done. And that's, like I said, I got 4 press brakes. I got 2 4-footers, a 6-footer, and a 10-footer. These are all electric brakes now.
Gotcha.
And that's a hybrid. That's a electric hydraulic. So it
Okay.
comes down to the pinch point, gives you a electric till it gets to the pinch point, then it turns on the hydraulic motor.
Okay.
So your hydraulic motors aren't, they're more friendly for the environment.
Oh,
They're
I
not
gotcha.
running. They're a little cheaper to run.
But the other ones are electric. all
Yeah.
electric.
Well, yeah,
So
it's,
the big stuff needs to go over here.
yeah, big stuff will go over here. But see, when it's not running, like the old-fashioned hydraulic, that pump is running all day long. So now these just run it when it needs it. But there's our weld department. So you can see we got different
Okay.
weldments that are being welded over here. You saw the parts there. And then just 2 bigger, we added this part, we added on. So this is 2 more weld stations. So, yeah, so we added this back portion and that portion back a few years ago.
Okay.
So you see a lot of welding.
machine that you use most? What is like your most important machine?
Well, I don't, it's the most important or your most expensive. You go the laser and the punch are the real expensive
Okay.
machines, but each one of our products on average, will take anywhere from 9 to 14 operations before it leaves the building. So they're all really important.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta have them all to make one product.
Yeah. That's an advantage.
That's what people don't realize, I think, with it, how much really goes into manufacturing. You know, I just don't. I see it, but we want everyone to see like how much work goes into making this one piece of a part.
Well, I think it's a good thing you guys are doing. You know?
I think it's good. I truly want people to realize how much there is in like Idaho, like all these manufacturers, all these different industries, and we're obviously like tying it back into recycling, but like so many different industries have recycling, and like we want to also teach people like the true what recycling really is about.
Yeah.
And, like and then while we do that, we want to highlight like people that are doing it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
well, there's a lot that goes on around there. You know, there's a lot of material that goes through this valley. You know?
There is. And I don't think, like, and myself included, like before I started doing this, I didn't realize. Yeah. I didn't realize that this world really existed. You know, like I was like, holy smokes! Then you get driving around, and there's just so many different businesses. And
well, I think we're very
cool.
very lucky to be able to open a business, have a business in Boise. You know, it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's a great place to live, great place to work. You know, and there's a lot of opportunities. So
I love it here too.
You know, but okay.
All right, thanks.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much.